this regular meeting of the Torrington Board of Education to order at 6:03 p.m. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if Ellen, you would call the roll.
Mr. Berger?
Here.
Ms. Conway? Here. Mr. Corey?
Here.
Mr. Cronin?
Here.
Mr. Pettis? Here. Mr. Euclid?
Here.
Cronin here. Mr. Kisco?
Here.
Mr. Knight? Here. Mr. Putnam?
Here.
Mayor Carbone or Representative? No. Ms. Ferguson? Here. Ms. Klemazewski? Here. Mr. Pagola?
Here.
Mr. Petrozelli?
Here.
Ms. Schulte? Ms. Vians? Mr. Wilson?
Here.
All set.
Thank you. Here, a motion regarding the approval of the agenda with one amendment, which would be that we do have the minutes from the special meeting of the board on Tuesday, April 30th. So that would be just a minor adjustment to item 8B2, where we are asking the board to approve all the special meeting minutes. So we do have them, and we'd like to include them in that packet of special meeting minutes to approve. Your motion regarding the agenda.
So moved.
Second. Great. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Ms. Bill and
Jeff.
thank you.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, so the agenda is accepted. School, community service, and public participation. I won't read the long paragraph if nobody signed up. Is there anybody on the public line? There is now. Okay. Anybody wishing to address the board in the audience? Great, so we can skip that part. And we'll go right to the best part of the meeting, turn it over to the superintendent for some recognitions.
Thank you. So we have a couple of recognitions this evening. The first, I'm going to call up Mr. Scott to recognize a wonderful person. If he has something that he'd like to read and present, and then we'll obviously take a photo with that individual.
Absolutely. So I'm going to read you the accommodation as it came to us. On the occasion of your departure from Air Force Junior ROTC after 22 years of honorable and distinguished service, building America's future leaders, we extend our deepest appreciation for your devotion to duty. We view your departure with mixed emotions. Regret because Air Force Junior ROTC is losing a highly dedicated professional, yet with great pride because we know you have contributed so much to helping the youth of our nation, particularly during your employment as the Aerospace Instructor, Air Force JROTC, Unit CT 20021, Torrington High School, Torrington, Connecticut. Although the Air Force Junior ROTC is losing a highly professional and capable instructor, the civilian community is gaining a full-time asset. As you look back over your time mentoring cadets, please take great pride and satisfaction for the amazing contributions you have made to the growth of leadership in America. I have no doubt you will experience immense feelings of pride and satisfaction for the contributions you have made to their personal growth. I wish you all the best as you enter the next chapter of your life. So hope all of you will join me in welcoming up and congratulating Master Sergeant Sullivan.
Sure, absolutely. So we tough to do, but we'll get down there somehow. No, you're in there. All right, definitely in there. You look better than I do.
You don't need to. You're good.
Hold on to it. Congratulations. I wish you had been very good.
The next recognitions tonight is something that Central Office and I are super proud of, something that we instituted brand new to Torrington this year, and it's called the Golden Apple Award. So we have some wonderful recipients, but let me tell you a little about it first, and then I will call up the principals to read about it. And what we will do, so we don't have to get up 6 times, is we'll wait for all of the recipients, and then we'll take a nice photo. So the Torrington Golden Apple As all of you are aware, far too many of our wonderful staff members go unrecognized for their contributions to our community and to our schools. That is why this year we instituted the Golden Apple. This award has been created as a way to recognize all of the hardworking members of our team that truly go above and beyond to not only our community, but for our students as well. These staff members exemplify what it means to be an outstanding member of the Torrington Public Schools through their actions, as well as through their ability to inspire all that they come into contact with. These individuals are truly incredible, and we are beyond blessed and fortunate to have them as part of our team. So Brian, if you would, please.
So when we first heard of the Golden Apple Award and the description of it being for someone who goes above and beyond, particularly for the community and the students, one name came to the forefront of all of our minds, which is Erin Sullivan. So Erin, please come on up here. In addition to being an outstanding instructor and instructing our AP English Lang course, Mrs. Sullivan also goes above and beyond by leading our Raider Rally every 2 years, although sometimes every year. In addition, she takes a group of Torrington High School students to Europe every summer. This year, spring break this year, they went to Eastern Europe. This coming next year, Italy? Scotland, Ireland, then Italy. Okay. Hard to keep track, they go to a lot of places. In addition to that, Erin has also been a huge contributor to our new teacher workshop, having been a presenter to the new teachers at Torrington High School both years that we have instituted the Torrington workshop. So congratulations.
You can stay right here.
Okay. Thank you.
Mrs. Rinaldi is with our students in Washington, so Ms. Sterling, you come on up.
So we too, when we heard about the Golden Apple Award, immediately thought of this one person. Our Golden Apple Award is going to go to Kim Petzel, who actually is on the Washington DC trip as well.
I'm sure she's watching.
Right, I'm hoping that they're watching. Kim exemplifies the meaning of this award. She works tirelessly in all areas of our school. Not only does she go above and beyond as the secretary, both working with families and students who arrive in our Student Support Center, but she's still a member of the PTO at TMS, even though both of her children have moved on. She was previously in RBT in our building as well, and those skills come into play all the time in helping keep our kids calm at the middle school. Kim is willing to do whatever it takes to jump in on any tasks. She's currently helping me with class night that we're getting excited for our 8th graders. Her positive attitude and quick-wittedness and calm demeanor makes for the perfect combination to work at the middle school with our students. So we're really proud of her. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Klein, come on down.
Thank you, everybody, for this opportunity to honor one of our most important people at Forbes. That happens to be Ms. Howard. Ms. Howard does amazing work at Forbes every single day. We are super proud to be able to honor her with the Golden Apple.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Howard exemplifies what it means to be a team player and also does so with a smiling grace that we see every single day. People have often described coming to Forbes as being in part of a warm hug, and she's often the first reason. She comes to after-school events, she's part of our community, she knows every single child and almost every single parent member that comes into our school every day. She's the person who unites us, and everybody comes to that office, and it's part of being a bigger community. So we can't thank her enough for everything that she does.
Thank you.
Dr. Buchanan unfortunately fell ill and could not be here with us, but Joanne is ready to step right in.
And I know Dr. Buchanan is so disappointed that she is not here tonight. April is School Library Month. The Connecticut Association of School Librarians recognize library and media specialists outstanding in their profession. The Carlton W.H. Erickson Award honors a member who has made an auspicious beginning in media services at the building level. On behalf of Dr. Buchanan, we are incredibly proud to share that Christine Zeiser has been selected to receive this prestigious award. Any who work closely with Christine know her talents and how fortunate Southwest School is to have her in the family. Christina shared with colleagues lessons she designed where cross-curricular connections are made. Students enjoyed learning more about the Nutcracker prior to the field trip in December thanks to her creativity. She also serves as school social media coordinator. She has written grants to benefit our school. In 2022, Southwest School was one of 300 schools across the country awarded a $5,000 grant from the Laura Bush Foundation thanks to the efforts of Mrs. Zeiser. Her goal was to update and put hard copy books into the hands of our students who were now back in our library after using mostly ebooks during the pandemic. The touch, feel, sight, smell, the turning of pages all enhance the sensory experience of reading, and she was motivated to make this a reality for our students. She continues with our Free Book Friday, where students enjoy selecting books they can bring home. Christine, we all thank you for your contributions to the Southwest School community. Your determined perseverance to accomplish whatever it takes to best serve our Southwest students and staff is commendable. All agree that it is a joy to work with you each day. P.S. Christine will be attending a banquet on May 9th at CCSU to receive this honor, and I added another PSS. I know Christine has made great strides in connecting our bilingual students with bilingual books and all students with multicultural books. So, congratulations.
So our first annual, I guess, Vogel Wetmore Golden Apple winner is Alicia Pix. Come on up. So at Vogel Wetmore, so I refer to all of the adults as teachers. And Alicia stands out. She's an RBT at our school. Usually she has sneakers and a t-shirt. She's a blur going by. Helping everybody in the school by working with our children that maybe are having a little bit of trouble staying in class, having a little bit of trouble focusing on their work. Some reason they came into school upset. She'll greet them at the door with a hug and a, "You got this, buddy, here you go." And when they don't got this, they're down to her until they do get this. And she makes sure that they do. So I did write a few things and I'll read them so I don't miss any of the important things. Her genuine care for our children is evident in everything she does. It's a frustrating job. She's always smiling. Almost always smiling. She'll check in with kids in the morning. She'll check out with them in the afternoon, hopefully giving them a prize that they earned for that day. If she has to, she'll jump on a bus and take a ride with them too. She says in a lunch group that those are both at the same time. Wait, let me read it again. She participates in small guided recess groups and similar lunch groups. And when I asked her to do this, she said, those are both at the same time, the recess group, the lunch group, but sure, let's do it. So she has a recess group over here, a lunch group over there, and it really helps the kids to be ready for class afterwards. So in my mind, a solid gold apple would be what I would want to hand to you. This will be symbolic of that. Thank you for all that you do for us, for being part of Team Torrington and our Vogel Wetmore family.
I was very excited to hear that Torrington was starting the Golden Apple Award because we typically have Teacher of the Year and Pair of the Year, but there's often other staff that don't fit that category that are exemplary and are that way every year. So Torrington has selected Sarah Murphy, occupational therapist, for our Golden Apple Award. Sarah's expertise, professionalism, passion for her work has been evident in the progress our students have made under her care. Her ability to create individualized therapy plans, collaborate with teachers and parents, and provide innovative interventions have greatly enhanced the learning experience for our kids. She's an expert in her field and always offers advice, tools, and supports to the staff so we can support students. She has innovative practices and can always cite the research and science behind supporting a specific strategy. She goes above and beyond for our students. For example, when we had more space, which we don't have right now, she's actually in the basement right now, but when she had her own full-size OT room, she developed a movement sensory circuit for kids to come in and out, and she volunteered to, while she was in the room, to monitor students and train them how to use that circuit. She collaborates with our SLP to create life skills integrated group lessons for our students in voices that support IEP goals while developing life skills like cooking. She supports subcontractors like physical therapists and district codas to understand IEP goals and objectives and reporting on PPTs and following our process. One of our parents, I reached out to a parent that raves about Sarah all the time, and she said, so with regard to Sarah Murphy, where do we even begin? How wonderful she truly is. Due to our unusual circumstance, it would be easy for my son to fall through the cracks and be overlooked, but Sarah went out of her way to be his strongest advocate to ensure he was seen, and she finds fun and engaging ways to motivate our rather opinionated individual, so an online meeting could potentially be a painful experience has truly become the highlight of our week. Under her patience and diligent guidance, he has blossomed and now is able to not only attend his sessions, but also redirect himself when he becomes distracted and produces work he is really proud of. She has made sure that he has the resources that he needs to ensure he's active and able to participate and be a part of the world around him. She has helped him to become a strong person who is his own best advocate, and a parent could not wish for more. From the moment she met our family 4 years ago, she's never stopped pushing our young man to reach his potential, and I cannot say enough about the million ways she's made a difference in the lives of so many. Congratulations.
Now the photo time, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'll leave that up to the photographers. We'll try to get the board in on that. I think the angle one was good, Don.
Yeah, maybe if the recipient's over here and then the board's can just come right.
I'll stay in the back. I'll be part of it.
Where you guys
Just saying, I really do.
Recipients first, and then we'll get the board in with you. Okay, now we're gonna get everybody. We'll be out on the street. Got it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Sounds like you're thriving now, so who are we to steal you back?
So, what our principals didn't say was how hard it was for them, because there are so many deserving staff members, and each of them called me, I will wrap them out. Can we have at least 2 or 3? I said, no, we have to go with 1, I'm sorry. So I did have to play the bad guy there, but it was well deserved, and thank you and congratulations to all the recipients this evening. That's all I have for the record.
Thank you. Congratulations likewise for all the Golden Apple recipients, and congratulations, Sergeant, on a no doubt hard-earned retirement. We thank you tremendously for all that you've done for our students. With that, we are ready, I think, to hear from our student representatives. Take it away.
As the 2023-2024 school year comes to a close, the school is filled with excitement for the upcoming culminating events.
In academic news, our art department took their students on a field trip to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This was an exceptional experience that enriched the students' understanding of art and culture as they were exposed to a vast array of artistic styles, techniques, and historical context. This experience not only broadened their cultural horizons, but provided practical insights that align with our applied arts college and career pathway. By engaging with masterpieces firsthand, students can analyze artistic concepts and apply them to their own creative endeavors, thereby strengthening their skills and aspiration within the arts industry.
Our child development 2 students took a field trip to Kids Play, which delved into the intricacies of workplace readiness skills while gaining invaluable insights into the creation of children's educational activities. Through interactive sessions, they engaged in dynamic discussions with Kids Play staff, dissecting the methodologies behind crafting effective learning experiences for young minds. Furthermore, students actively contributed to the educational landscape by designing mini lessons tailored to different museum stations, honing their teaching abilities and creativity. This immersive experience not only augmented their understanding of child development, but also fortified their preparedness for future careers in education. By integrating practical experiences like these into our curriculum, their teacher, Ms. DeMarco, has bolstered the foundation of our education, college, and career pathway, equipping students with the necessary skills and knowledge to excel in the field of education.
Our FCCLA and child development students orchestrated a heartwarming gesture of gratitude for our high school teachers, delivering over 150 cookies, accompanied by handwritten notes of appreciation. This thoughtful initiative not only demonstrated their immense respect for within the school community. Through this act of kindness, students not only expressed their gratitude to their teachers, but also acknowledged the invaluable role they play in shaping their academic and personal growth. The students' theater rendition of Brigadoon marked a significant milestone, as this was the inaugural performance at our high school and is now the farewell production in the cherished Little Theater. Their exceptional execution of the play not only showcased their talent, but also symbolized a poignant, full circle moment in our school's history. As we bid adieu to our old facilities and anticipate the dawn of a new era with our upcoming school, this performance served as a poignant culmination of artistic achievement and community spirit. By presenting such a stellar production, our student theater not only exemplified their dedication to the arts, but also enriched our applied arts college and career pathway, inspiring future generations to pursue excellence in the creative realm.
Senior Ruby Leonard and Junior Emily Cagnos showcased their exemplary leadership qualities by conducting a workshop at the NEASC Showcase in Massachusetts, a platform attended by educators from across the region. Their presentation focused on illuminating the essence of Raider Rally in the deeply ingrained culture of community service within our high school. Amidst a select few student presenters, they stood out as shining ambassadors of our school, delivering an insightful and engaging session that left a lasting impression on attendees. By sharing firsthand experiences and insights, they not only highlighted the significance of our school's initiatives, but also inspired others to foster similar values of service and collaboration in their respective communities. Their participation in this prestigious event not only underscores their achievements, but also elevates the reputation of our school on a regional scale, reinforcing our commitment to leadership and community engagement.
And during a recent town hall session, our students had the privilege of engaging with representatives from both Susan B. Anthony and Community Kitchen. This interactive forum provided a platform for students to delve into the intricacies of the programs and services offered by these organizations. Through thought-provoking questions, they gained firsthand insight into the transformative impact of their Raider Rally donations on the local community. Moreover, this exchange fostered a deeper understanding of the socioeconomic challenges faced by marginalized populations, instilling a sense of empathy and social responsibility among our students. By actively participating in such dialogues, they not only strengthened their connection to the community, but also recognized the power of collective action and effective positive change. This enriching experience serves as a testament to our school's commitment to nurturing compassionate and engaged citizens who actively contribute to the betterment of society. A special mention also for the JROTC members who are participating in helping the Susan B. Anthony with the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event this Sunday, the 19th, and we are very thankful for that. Continuing on May 4th, students all across all grades at the high school organized a food drive aimed at gathering donations for local charities. The event was resounding success, contributing significantly to the Raider Rally total, bringing the amount raised up to $4,000. Since then, the momentum has only continued to build, and we're thrilled to announce that our collective efforts have now raised a remarkable $12,000 and counting. This remarkable achievement underscores the generosity and commitment of our school community toward supporting those in need and making a positive impact on the local community. Last Friday, the 17th, seniors had their prom at the Grand Oak Villa. And from personal experience, it was an amazing time, and if it were possible, I would definitely do it again.
Thank you for listening, and that concludes our Torrington High School's board report.
Thank you.
Thank you both very much, and by no means should you feel obligated to stay. We hope to have a short meeting, but nevertheless, I'm sure you have other things. You're more than welcome if you'd like. So with that, unless members of the board have remarks for us, we will go to information and action. I would seek just the unanimous consent of the board to slightly adjust this, to move the special education report to the top of the reports list. Without objection, we would love to hear from this person.
Thank you. Have a little bit of laryngitis, but you'll probably hear me okay. Been battling this a while. My report is short and sweet, rather boring. This month, it's just our numbers for the month. Next month, I plan to do a breakdown of the year for you from the beginning to the end, and I'm also hoping to include from last June to this June. So I will have that all set for you. I don't have any special presenters this month. You'll have a lot of your own things going on. We have pretty much wrapped up triennial testing. There are a few more initial evaluations, as I explained, sometimes at the end of the year. People might get a little nervous, they put in some referrals, and we tend to get a lot of testing at the end of the year. So our numbers have gone up a little tiny bit. I think they're pretty much status quo. We might have a little bit more of an upswing on the next month, but we're still doing well. Our prevalence rate all year has remained between like 15.25% and 15.75%. So that's right where we need to be, so I'm happy with that. So that's about it for this month. Anybody has any questions?
Any questions regarding services? Okay. You are on the hook. Thank you. So now we'll hear from the superintendent.
Thank you. So congratulations again to those Golden Apple Award recipients this evening. As I shared, super excited to bring that here to Torrington. Couldn't be prouder of those individuals tonight. I'm sure the board feels the same. All of our team members have received a small token of our appreciation for what we call staff appreciation, and the board has also received the same token of our appreciation, and our staff proudly wears their shirts on Friday. So we're really excited to see everyone in their shirts, and it's a really good way to promote our team. Mrs. Ferguson and I had the pleasure of attending the grand reopening of Kids Play. It feels like a long time ago, but it was actually at the end of April. We also had a great time at Brigadoon and the Pirates of Penzance, two great performances by our high school and our middle schoolers. I had the great pleasure of recognizing several of our amazing students at our LCSA Awards Dinner. That's the awards for all the area superintendents, where I got to recognize our Torrington students. And that was held earlier this month in May. I actually just finished handing out all of the photos. They take a really nice photo of professional company homes, and I personally handed all the photos to each of the recipients. So that was nice that they got to take them home to share with their families as well. And one is proudly displayed in my office. I also got to spend an evening celebrating our wonderful retirees this year. It was a great night of celebration of their dedication and hard work to our students and our community. Our Smarter Balance assessments have begun and almost wrapping up in a lot of places, but we're hoping that I know our students are taking it very, very seriously. I know our teachers have prepared them, and we do have some early indicators, and some early indicators are showing some great growth and some great success, so we're super excited about that. I know our high schoolers are excited that their AP exams are all over and all said and done with, so we're hoping to see some positive results on those as well. I know Sue had a great time last evening at the Honors Awards night. I could not be there because I too had an Honors Awards night for my daughter who was graduating. So Sue went and got to share with the high school seniors and juniors all of the accolades and recognition. So it was a great night put on by the high school. DC trip is going really well. I think we have a photo, a quick wave from
good.
DC here. Hopefully it comes up.
I can just add, if I
Baseball game yesterday.
I'm sorry?
They made the Jumbotron at the baseball game.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Shelley checked in early this morning. There's a group, yeah. She said things are going really well.
Great.
That's not all of it, is it? No, that was just one. Oh. Yeah, no, very last minute, I said, send me a photo of something. Oh, good. That's great.
I want to personally thank all of our administrators, teachers, and staff for all that they do each and every day for our students, and for their hard work and dedication, and also for their hard work and dedication in planning these year-end activities. This is a hard time of the year, but they're doing a really great job to plan some wonderful, wonderful year-end events for all of our students to participate in. And some really exciting news, tomorrow I will be back in school. I will be an official high school senior for the day, and I will be going to some classes and, well, all classes that Mr. Scott has arranged, so I will be a senior for the day tomorrow. I promise I will not get called to the principal's office, and if I do, then one of you will be my call. So I hope you have something good to say, but I'm really looking forward to, looking forward to being with the seniors and to wishing them well, obviously, as they kind of culminate their experience here before wishing them well at graduation. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Let's make sure that we get the superintendent a yonder pouch.
You're on.
You know what, can I just add something? She's gonna kick me over here. Was it Tuesday? What day did we go on the senior outing and we almost made
Yes.
him jump on the zip
I
line?
was almost,
Yeah.
there was a lot of cajoling. I had the suit on, so I couldn't do the zip line.
I can't afford to lose that. Thank you. I just would say a couple things before I pass it over to the board for any other questions. The first would be with regard to Kids Play. I had occasion to speak with Tamara Christensen, who works there, about a week ago, and she invited me and also all the other members of the board to come check out some of their new programs and their new space. So I'm certainly going to take her up on the offer, and if any of you would like to do so as well, just let me know so I can try and arrange a group outing. Neither have I, or at least not since the very beginning. So I'm pretty excited. I know that a lot of their programs service our students and families. So I was pretty excited to get that invite. The only other thing I would add is just on behalf of the board, I'd like to congratulate you, because not only for your daughter, but also I think you told me the other day that your son's also a graduate this year.
Thank you.
So congratulations on both counts from the board. With that, do any members of the board have anything for the superintendent regarding his report? Okay. So you may have noted that Ms. Schulte is not with us this evening. Her report and all the data that customarily comes with it is available in your packet. And certainly the superintendent will answer any questions as he's able, and otherwise pass them along to Ms. Schulte. If any members of the board have questions or remarks with regard to the Human Resources report. Okay, nice and easy. There are some liaison reports in the packet. So of course, any administrators who want to add on to the liaison reports are more than welcome to do so, but should not feel compelled. And otherwise, they're available in your packet for your review. So we'll go right to the monthly financials.
Sure, thank you. I just want to call out that I shared with the budget committee that Board of Education has sent all their deliverables over for the audit. So we're all set with any of the deliverables to the audit firm. I'm sure there's going to be some follow-up questions, which we'll answer, but all of our work is in. As we do in our budget committee meetings, we went through the financials with some detail, and we had a follow-up question that I answered. So if anybody has any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them at this time.
Any questions or discussion regarding the monthly financials? Okay, then with that, I would hear a motion, if there is one, to approve the monthly financials.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, made by Mr. Knight, seconded by Ms. Hona. Is there any discussion on the motion before us? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. We have the committee reports. Mr. Kisco, you are first up on the committee report list.
School improvement met as usual the first week of the month, and we heard a long report, but a good report from the middle school. A lot going on there and valuable information for us. There were some residual questions left over from the state testing meeting of the month before. We had a little bit more discussion of that. Didn't leave us time to talk about the agenda item on social promotion, the implementation and impact of the social promotion policy. That will be next meeting, which is just a couple of weeks. That's it.
Excellent. Any questions from Mr. Kisco? Okay. Policy committee I'm not sure if Mr. Upolito is in a position to report on the policy committee, but. Okay, so.
Ms. Ferguson, one of the, Kim's not here, so I'm sorry, I'm dragging on the spot, me too. It was weird, we discussed moving forward. Oh, the armed security. That was coming up, and then we have it on here, the policy on gifts, grants, and bequests.
Right, we talked about both of those.
Yeah, and
the armed security is kind of back for one more.
It's just an edit. It's actually will come to the full board in June. It's just one edit that was recommended.
Excellent. Questions regarding the policy committee? Okay, budget committee, you want to tell us a little bit about budget committee's work?
Discussed line item per line item, any of the questions, and we're on target.
And we are so excited to get our budget in the city, hopefully soon.
Yes.
Any discussion or questions, I should say, for this on the ground? No? Mr. Berger, tell us about facilities and technology.
Facilities, Team Rachel and Team Josh are doing a great job IT-wise. I think the meeting was, I guess we're gonna be moving forward with launching a new website. This should be getting underway sometime soon. Tech update, we talked about invoicing, repairs, and laptops, tracking our protection plan and repairs from there. But other than that, that was pretty much on the technology side. From the facility side, Dean's doing a great job finishing up a lot of the projects that were handed to him from the previous facilities director. That are some projects finishing up. We have our 24-25 capital plan submitted, and we're just charging on.
Excellent. Any questions related to the facilities committee? And I just would say, I do appreciate, Mr. Pergola, the frequent updates on the status of where items on the capital budget list are. I think it's really helpful to just have that bird's eye view of what needs to be drafted, what's waiting on bids. So I just shout out with that. There are so many things that we have to keep track of that I get especially excited when people make it convenient for us. So with that, the redistricting ad hoc,
Yes, I actually can. The redistricting ad hoc, the Q&A, the large Q&A went out to all of the members with the last date for this year being in June because the days were coming and going between April and May, and obviously from my report, you see it's been quite busy, and I know for the board, it's been too. We've been out every evening. So in June, we will have our culminating meeting, and then we will move forward for another date next year before the full board is apprised of the work that that committee has done. So I think we're in a really good spot. I think, hope people appreciated the Q&A, and it was their questions that we answered. So I'm really excited about that one.
Did you get any responses or any more questions from that? No?
No.
Okay. Hopefully it answered everyone's questions.
it certainly was very thorough. So my hope is that folks are just ready to dive into the work. Any other questions for the superintendent? Or even for the superintendent? Hearing none. The building committee, you want to tell us a little bit about that? You're a little more keyed into it than I am.
There isn't much from our perspective to update. We have met a couple times with Mario and Ed, and just to kind of get on the same page, because we are at a point where building and curriculum is coming together, so the board should be more involved than we have in the past. They did give us access to their software that tracks all the information, all the documents, so we can look that up easily. But other than that, everything is going great. They're doing a great job managing the project and getting us where we need to be. We're on target budget-wise and time-wise, I believe, right? Dean's been more involved, a lot more involved now, and I think he probably will be till the end at this point, right?
Yep.
Might have to get you an assistant.
I
know.
say no.
Not saying no to that. So that's it right now for building.
And I would add too, I spoke, and this is hot off the presses information, but I spoke with Representative Michelle Cook just last night, less than 24 hours ago. And she was able to work into the state's budget stabilization bill, is what they call it, in the even numbered years. Several million, including some of which will come to Torrington for athletic fields. So there's some work to be done between the Board of Ed and the building committee and all that, but there's now money available on the state's balance sheet waiting to come to Torrington to help defray some of the costs associated with athletic fields in connection with the building project. So that takes some of that off of the building committee's plate as well, and gives them some more leeway on how to spend their remaining budget on other things.
Without having to worry about that.
Right. So I just want to share that exciting news. Are there any questions regarding the building committee's work? Okay. Hearing none, we just have the Board of Education minutes. So I will first hear a motion to approve the Board of Education regular meeting minutes from April 24th, 2024, if there is one. Is there such a motion? Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Me and Jeff.
Thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. Kristen. So her hand went up, right? Or
Did
said-
you just take a bite of her granola bar?
No,
Um,
I ate that earlier.
All right. I'm gonna ask for another one.
All right, go ahead, we're awake, we're aware,
So
we're
I
here.
would hear a motion regarding the Board of Education special meeting minutes as amended, if there is one.
So moved.
Is there a second? Okay, seconded by Mr. Potter. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. I will hear a motion to receive the subcommittee meeting minutes as a bundle unless anybody would care to separate them, if there is such a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second? Okay, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Feel like Kristen.
Yes, any opposed, any abstention? Motion carries. We'll hear everyone said I will hear an agenda. I will hear a motion to receive the consent agenda as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstention?
Jeff, Kristen.
The motion carries. So we have now new information and action. I don't think at this time this item will require action from the board, but we will be establishing an ad hoc committee for the purpose of receiving and reviewing for submission to the Board of Education gifts, grants, and bequests. I think most of you were involved in the discussion somewhere along the way in this process. So between now and the next regular Board of Education meeting, Sue and I will appoint members of that ad hoc. So if you are a member of the Board of Education and you're interested in serving on that committee, please let us know. Otherwise, there may be some unlucky souls who find another committee meeting added to their docket. And we'll make the appointments known at the next Board of Ed meeting, so everybody's clear on who's on the committee. And what the committee's exact charge is, but it won't be anything different than what's been discussed.
We should have that, Mr. Wilson or Mrs. Ferguson would also be involved as part of that committee too. You have to be because, and right now, and just, well, never mind, go ahead.
Yeah, so
Get off on a policy.
we'll work out the committee's exact charge and composition. It's likely that there will be some non-Board of Ed members, but we'll work it out and we'll inform all of you. And of course, the board would have the right to make adjustments to that as it sees fit for the size. So we'll move on to just the informational update on the new website platform.
So as Mr. Berger said, really excited about Final Site, really excited about the product. The tech committee heard it, there was a lot of questions that Rachel was able to answer. She was able to share a couple of samples. She actually has the kickoff meeting tomorrow with them. So real excited about that, and we're gonna get a state-of-the-art website that I think we deserve. excited about that. We wanted to share that great news with the board, and I know that the technology subcommittee is excited about this, and that's why we put on the information.
Excellent. Any questions?
Were we, in our last meeting, we discussed the languages, there was a couple of 5 languages, but we felt that given the diversity of our community, 10 languages was more appropriate. Were we able to secure the 10 licenses, the 10 languages in that package?
So I believe she was, and tomorrow that's part of our conversation as well.
Great, thank you.
Any other questions for that? And it occurs to me that I neglected to ask for questions from the board related to the ad hoc committee for gifts. So I want to go back quickly and just present that opportunity if members have questions or discussion. Okay. So then we will go to G3, the TMS mobile sign emergency light upgrade bid award to Earthlight. I know this was discussed at Facilities and Technology, but Mr. Below, if you want to just give us a brief overview of this.
Sure, so we, Earthlight is, you see on page 65 to 68, was the low bidder who met all the specifications. So they'll be looking to start soon and get this job done through the summertime, coordinating with our summer school and other events we have going on in the schools. So that's where we stand.
Great, and so, are there any questions first for Mr. Pergola related to this? Not, I will hear a motion to award the bid for TMS and Vogel emergency lighting upgrades to Earthlight as discussed and recommended to the board.
Can I interpret a question?
Certainly, we haven't get a motion.
Mr. Verla, were you able to secure the correction to the bid spec?
As far as him,
Just because the notes in front of the board show that Earthlight was the issue with the aluminum versus the plastic.
yes, so
We were able to take care of that.
so he was able to supply the aluminum ones at the same cost.
Great, thank you.
So now I would hear a motion as noted, if there is one. Okay, seconded by Mr. Carter. Carolyn, is there any discussion on the motion before us? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. G4, this is regarding the 2% ECS program grant set aside, where the Board of Education is entitled under the law to receive 2% of the City of Torrington's ECS allotment directly to the board as opposed to through the city. We've done this for a few years now, but the city asked us a few years ago to just do them the courtesy of notifying them that we intend to apply for that because that revenue comes off of their balance sheet as a reduction in the ECS amount that they receive, and it comes directly to the board. So I'm not sure that we are seeking a vote here, although, you know, I suppose we should, just to authorize central office to pursue the grant and to notify the city. So unless there's discussion, I would hear a motion to that effect to authorize the administration to pursue that grant and to notify the city of our intent to do so.
So moved.
Second. Okay, is there any discussion?
How much money are we talking?
It is 440,000 or so, is that right?
478, 667.
478, maybe higher.
It's been the same for several.
It has been the same, and I probably should have known that number offhand, but I'm glad that somebody does.
Thanks, guys.
Any other discussion on the motion before us? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Bill and Jeff?
I believe so.
Thank you.
Number 5 is the Board of Education schedule update. It's in the packet. We discussed this briefly at the last meeting to just move our meetings for now to Torrington most of the time, although I see one at Midgeon in March of 2025. And that's oh, yes.
The school program policy on June 5th is at Midgeon now. It was supposed to be here because this would be John's tour of the high school, but we're gonna meet at Midgeon.
That's right. And that's to help facilitate the move. So since this is the published calendar, we do have to have a motion to amend the Board of Education meeting schedule to accommodate this. If there is such a motion, I will hear now. Is there a second? Okay. Sue, any discussion on the motion in front of us? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? So the motion carries. Calendar is adjusted. Where am I on the agenda? I lost myself there. That's right. Thank you. So now we have a possible executive session regarding a non-union contract. So I will hear a motion to that effect, inviting in the superintendent. Is there anybody else? Okay, so just inviting in the superintendent for a discussion of that matter.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So we are in executive session. Yes. Back in open session at 7:28 p.m. The board has determined that it will not take action on agenda item G7 this evening. So we have just items for upcoming agenda, one of which will be a possible executive session regarding non-union contracts. It's likely as well to have
Another one for June,
here is, yes, for to talk about the policy that will be covered.
Oh, right.
Yep, that will be a brief.
I couldn't hear.
To talk about the what was mentioned earlier, that the policy committee moving
Yes.
forward.
I thought there was another executive session.
It will be because of that.
Okay, so it'll be
Okay.
school security related.
Oh, okay.
We'll also
that
very
policy.
likely be adopting a final budget at that meeting. What else do people have? Monthly financials and other standard meeting fare. Does anyone else have anything that they expect will be on that agenda?
We have the energy savings thing forward.
Okay, so energy.
Say vote on the superintendent.
Yes, well, you probably work that into the possible executive session regarding non-union contracts, as it is also a non-union contract, we can discuss all of them.
But the vote will be at the next meeting.
Yeah, and we'll have a possible action there as well. Anyone else have anything they want to put on the agenda for next meeting? No.
Just location. I believe the next one is not here, correct?
Torrington Ford or Midget?
We have.
Torrington. There's one that we can't do at Torrington Ford, and I can't remember which one. It's on the calendar
Yeah.
though, that we do it at Midget.
So
But the
it
rest of
won't
them
be
are,
here.
this is it.
Yeah, they'll be.
So I will hear comments for the good of the order. We'll start to the right this time.
I'm all set, thank you.
No, thanks, have a great night.
Great meeting, thank you.
Good meeting.
Great meeting.
Oh, congratulations to all of our Golden Apple recipients. Golden Apple recipients, that was great.
I was gonna say also, JROTC. Retirement.
Sergeant retirement.
I also want to congratulate the Golden Apple winners and the retirement of the gentleman from ROTC. Friday the 3rd, my Lois and I attended the performance of Brigadoon at the theater. Kudos to the cast and crew, they all did a great job.
I agree with everything everyone said, and would want to recognize the Pirates of Penzance cast and the teachers who helped that go on too. It was a great performance. Gilbert and Sullivan were well treated, as well as they usually are, by that particular cast.
Great meeting, and ask a quick question. And it's just that, is this our last, are we coming back to THS again? After this, or are all the meetings
Steal my
moving away?
thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our last meeting.
Well, it's been a great run in the building. It's be sad to see it not be here again for the next time we do our meetings, be in the great new building. We look forward to that, but certainly a lot of efforts happened in this room over the years, and thanks to everybody along the way who's made the Torrington Public School System what it is today. It's a good meeting.
Great meeting, reiterate what everybody said, just a couple of things. Again, what John said about Pirates of Penzance, thank you to our administrators and our principals for coming out to see the cast. I was able to see 2 shows and they did such a good job. Those kids work really hard, and what's really nice is, that they do all the work. The costumes, the makeup, the hair, the lights, the sound, they did a really nice job. In terms of the ad hoc, so you don't have to start telling people they have to do it, depending on the schedule, I'll do it.
Why?
I do want to give a public thank you to Mr. Mangelinks, I think I'm saying that name right. He is not Emma's chaperone, but he did walk 15 minutes each way out of his way to show her her great-great-uncle's grave at Arlington Cemetery today, which I thought was very nice of him, and it's like 100 degrees down there. So he did not have to walk all that way for her, which was very nice, and she was so happy. And then I will not be at next meeting. We have bookend Disney vacations, then a Disney cruise. So I won't be Zoom, phone, anything. I'll be in the middle of the Caribbean.
Enjoy it.
Not wishing you were here.
And I would be remiss if I did not remind everyone once again that I remain bitter that I was part of the only THS 8th grade class who never had the opportunity to go on the DC trip. I've been bitter about it my entire life, and I don't think that that's likely to change.
I don't think we
During COVID.
My daughter.
Oh, you didn't get to go either?
They didn't get to go
All right.
either.
She's in the same club now.
Same
Oh, the parade, don't forget the parade.
Oh, yes, and the Memorial Day Parade will be on Monday. As of now, the Board of Education has not been formally invited to March, but I plan on doing it anyway.
With a representative.
Yeah, if you come, there's a non-zero chance that you'll get to watch me get arrested. So please come along. We have future meetings, they are listed on the agenda for this meeting if you're interested, and with that, I'll hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, one of you going to be the second, Ellen can decide. All those in favor?